buyer can register to bid at auction up until the fall of the hammer. There's no restrictions on the starting time. So if it's an 11:30 auction and the auction's still in progress and a buyer arrives late, perhaps they were stuck in traffic or missed out another property, they've come along, the auction's still in progress, or the auctioneer's still on site and there's a negotiation happening, a buyer, provided that they have their driver's license and all the bidders or the buyers are in attendance, they've got their ability to pay a deposit, they can register and they can continue to bid if the property has not been sold. Interestingly, we had a situation last week at 2 auctions. One of them, the buyers rocked up at about 20 minutes after it had started, and the other one was maybe even 30 minutes after it had started, and we were actually in negotiations at that time with the highest bidder. The highest bidder at that point was reluctant to increase their offer. There'd been a few adjustments in reserve and a few increases in the offer, but it hadn't been officially sold or called on the market. In both those cases, the late registration came in, looked at where they were at, made a bid, kicked the auction off or continued the auction, and in both cases they actually bought the property. Now sometimes the people who were there earlier do get a little bit annoyed that someone's come in late, but the rules are fairly clear in the sense that a buyer can register up until the fall of the hammer. And so if you are the highest bidder, just be aware that sometimes trying to negotiate to try to bring the reserve down to a point may also result in you missing out on the property if someone turns up late, who registers, sees value and starts the bidding.